your actions got them boys out the mask up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, no, be not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line.
This is what I'm talking about. NFL playoffs at Lambeau Field with a snowstorm camped out over the upper Midwest. Let's go. It's time for some great football in Green Bay. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Henry again on second down. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And some room to maneuver. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. 69 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement. Henry is in. Touchdown 49ers. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers now to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
36. Box it. You got motion right there.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his 1st ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's exactly.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Henry out of the pistol. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Room here to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Lance now to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Here's Lance. This will go to Henry out wide. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years. I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they? That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. On the return, it's Taylor. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocking.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. 122 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Sermon. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Niners continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return, it's Taylor. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On play action, now Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
50. Check. Watch 54. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins. Right there. 50.
Here's Rodgers. Here as he's taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Fielded at the 43. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready. Blue 32.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Lambeau can't hook this one back in. It's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking deep for Adams. And this one is incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. On the return, it's Taylor. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Rodgers. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 18. It was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Lance. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary able to get him for a loss of about 3. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. "35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
From the 38, Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in this second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
137 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The Lance going to throw. He completes it to Henry. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. They'll run it again with Henry. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the busy night for Henry continues. Oh, a heck of a move. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 28-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return, it's Taylor. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
1st down, Henry with a little bit of running room. Nice gain. He'll get about 6 yards there. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building and bullying. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. That catch good for only a couple.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain. Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
A first down carry for Henry. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Mitchell will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these plays. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Well, the drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
On first down, Mitchell. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, it's Sermon. And the ball is knocked out, and the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. To throw again on second down. Rodgers, he's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Rodgers again now. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Adams. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers, he's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is going to be planted one-handed. Wow. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Packers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. The extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. And the Niners will continue on it.